Hi guys, on today's episode I'm going to drop my $1,000 Swiss watch into this glass of craft beer. We're going to see if the watch can survive in the amount of time it takes me to review this beer. This might be a first on YouTube. Time's a ticking, so let's get stuck in. Hey guys, Matt Johnson here. It's Wednesday, so happy hump day and welcome to another episode of Beer and Watches. Now today is really special and also super crazy because today what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this craft beer into this glass. Then I'm going to take off my $1,000 Swiss watch and put it into the beer. It's actually a really scary prospect. If my wife knows about this, she will go absolutely nuts. This is an automatic watch with a screw down crown and it has a water resistance of 30 bars, which is 300 meters or 660 feet. It is designed to be submerged underwater and not in the carbonation of a beer. Now, I researched online before I did this video to find someone that actually put their watch in beer, because obviously I don't want to drop my $1,000 watch in this beer and it go wrong. But I couldn't find anybody online, so it looks like I may be the first. This could go horribly wrong. I have no idea if this is going to work because I'm doing this for you. You want to know if it's going to survive, right? I actually cannot believe I'm really going to do this. Now, I've chosen this craft beer for this experiment. So I thought, what beer could go with this crazy idea? I know, Apricotopus from our friends at Parallel 49, right here in Vancouver, BC. Let's crack it and stack it. Ooh, smells sour. Remember, when pouring your beers, always hold your glass at a 45-degree angle. And then as you get into about the last quarter of the can, start to turn the glass. And what you should get there is a perfect pour. I actually can't believe I'm going to do this. This is crazy. You can see the movement in there. For a disclaimer, do not try this at home. I have no idea if this is going to work. This could end up being a $1,000 mistake. But at the very least, it's important that the watch has a screw-down crown, because a screw-down crown means that the mechanism inside is protected from the liquid on the outside, because the crown screws down and seals with a gasket inside. Now, I have no idea if the carbonation in this beer is going to affect that crown. I can't actually believe I'm going to do this. This is nuts. Hopefully, at the end of this, I'll have a watch. So wish me luck. Cheers. I can't believe I just did that. Woo! That is a sour beer. All right, guys, as I said, this is Apricotopus from our friends at Parallel 49. Here's the link to the website right here, so you can go check out their entire line of craft beers and also order them online and get them delivered direct to you. Now, first of all, I can tell you this. I've actually never ever tried a sour beer, and this is sour. A couple of specs on this beer right here. Apricotopus costs about $2.49 Canadian per can. $1.80 US, 165 euros, or £1.50 in UK sterling. The cans are 473 milliliter tall boys, and it's got an alcohol content of 5%. Now, this is an apricot sour, but how do they actually make apricot sours? Okay, the watch is still in there. You can see the hand going around there, I hope. During the brewing process, they introduce a bacteria called Lactobacillus. Now, Lactobacillus is a good bacteria as it produces lactic acid in the stomach, which essentially can prevent the buildup of other harmful bacteria. Hey, it's helping my stomach, so it's good, right? Parallel 49 produce creative, clever, and innovative craft beers. Now, at the moment, sour beers seem to be all the rage at craft breweries around the world. As a matter of fact, the evolution of craft beers has caused the sour beer to become a go-to for craft brewers worldwide. I hope you're still ticking in there. Like the overly sugar-coated candies that make your toes curl and your hair twirl, sour beers are tart-tasting and lip-smacking. But how do they get the sourness in the beer? Well, the sourness comes from the introduction of wild yeast strains, which they introduce into the beer either through the beer barrels or at the time of cooling. But did you know that all beers used to be somewhat sour at one point in time? This was before sterilization and pasteurization was introduced into the beer making process. So now that you know a little bit more about the process of how to make a beer sour, let's give you a review of this beer from my perspective. Well, Well, first of all, I can tell you, as I said earlier, that I've never had a sour beer, and generally I'm a lager drinking person. Now, I was attracted to this particular beer on the shelf, first of all, by the artwork. I think the artwork looks really cool on there. It's kind of shocking and arresting. That is what you're going to feel like when you first take a sip of this sour beer. The beer has a nice color. It's certainly not a dark ale. Nice, it's golden, it's refreshing. Yeah, that watch is still ticking in there. Basically, it's a 50-50 shot on this. If you love beer, like a lager type beer, a lighter beer, and if you love sour candies, then imagine if you melted sour candies into lager. That is essentially what this beer tastes like. Watch me drink this beer. What? Again, if you love light beers, I think you might quite enjoy this. It's got a real punch to it. It's tart, it's tangy. Now, we've done the review of the beer. It's time to take out the watch. Let's get this out of here. This is the moment of truth. I'm going to shake that off. I don't suggest that you put your favorite timepieces in your alcoholic beverages. But again, this is the channel where I bring you the very latest in watch news and beer reviews. So it had to be done at some point, right? I would be remiss if I did not put my watch in my beer. I feel this is good information to my viewers to know if your watch can survive being dropped in beer. It's important, if ever this happens, that the watch is a diving watch with a screw down crown, and therefore keep it from getting trashed when it goes into the liquid. 3:45, it's keeping the right time. Ooh, you know, something I didn't think of actually. Submerging your watch in a beer makes it smell like a bar on a Saturday night, 2 o'clock in the morning when everybody's turned out. Hope I can get that off. So guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you learned a little bit more about craft beers that you didn't already know. A little bit more about sour beers. You've got to give them a try, guys, because it's super, super good. And also, I hope you learned a little bit more about dunking your expensive Swiss watches in beer. Don't do it. I'm a sandwich short of a picnic. Happy Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you all again on Friday. Now, before you go, don't forget to click on this video right here. If you haven't seen it already, click on the guy with the beard right there. Cheers, guys, and bye for now.